I could use AI. I could have all kinds of really good effects, and I probably will go to that at some point. I don't even blank out all the, the stuff going on here. I am what I am. I am. Are you ready for this? Because I just did a video about a big event coming, and I talked about unplugging. Because if you aren't unplugged, you're not going to be able to receive the frequency that's going to be coming through this planet that is already here but accelerating. So if you're plugged into this station or this frequency, you'll be unaware of what's going on. So that's why I did that video of a big event is coming. And I wasn't specific. Now, the last time I did a major video was a big event, and I kept warning you guys for probably about 2 months, if you remember this, if you've been here with me that long, that something that was global. But I couldn't specifically know, so I never know exactly what it is. I don't know if it's cataclysmic, whatever it is. I got a few things last night in some dreams, but here's what I want to share with you today. We're going to talk a little bit more about the big event, and it is global this time, again. Now, I'll go into detail right now. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. Do you realize if you broke through fear, you observed it and you didn't get entangled with it? In other words, you didn't believe it. You went, oh, there's that human thing that we do. You could move past it. It would actually, you'd use it and it would be exhilarating. The ego loves challenges. It loves conflict. It loves the game. We're all addicted. Oh yes, we all are. We're wired that way. However, that doesn't mean that you have to continue the addiction, right? We know that that's not easy. We have people that physically get off of drugs and alcohol and eating and all these other things that, people are addicted to, but it's always there. And that's the human species. It's always there. I hope you'll subscribe and share, because I'm going to talk more and more as I connect to things that are coming in now. Is she psychic? Yeah, everyone is. Some of us are more open than others, so let me just share with you how this works. We are all one, connected to all things. There's no separation. Source is not separate from everything it creates. It is the creator and the creation. You and I and everything in it are one thing. We're not meant to understand it. We're not meant to. Otherwise, we would be here with all the answers, and I don't know about you, but I don't know those 3 most powerful words. That's the cool part. It's the exploration. So if you are an adventurer, you guys who are digital explorers, we're exploring. We don't come in with all the answers and we know what we're going to do and we have these revenue streams and we create these planet conscious businesses. It's the journey that makes it so exciting, that I know I get to explore this and I'm going to get to this and this and this and this. And I take you on that journey. And that's what you're here for. Pretty cool, huh? Don't miss out on it. Some of it isn't so nice. When you worry about your health or money, right? You say, well, at least if I had money, even if my health wasn't good, you'd be okay. But you will be okay. I want you to look into this right now. I'm looking into you. You are okay. Not you will be. You are okay. I don't care what anybody says, how they judge you, if you think differently, if you're a little bit out there. They can call you whatever names, but they are in separation if they do that. And we will not judge them for judging us. We will love them no matter what. We will love them anyways. This is your biggest challenge. So we're going into something big. It's an event. It's global. And it isn't a thing that's going to happen. It isn't just a physical event. It's bigger than that. It may be attached to a physical event. So if there's a physical event that happens, it's going to affect the entire globe in a deeper metaphysical way. So whatever it is. Now, I had a dream last night. Ooh-wee, I've been having some. I have the most vivid dreams. Do you? I'm so disappointed when I wake up. I'm in adventures all night long that are mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And they're so specific. I'm there. Now, last night, I have to tell you, I was in these amazing, beautiful mansions with people who had money and doing crazy, amazing things and different families and stuff. It was very cool. And each mansion, huge, we're talking like, 20, 30,000 square foot mansions, had these family gatherings, and each family operated differently. They acted differently. And then this other mansion, they were all related, but they had their own sort of like family reunions in these different places. Well, I landed there, and I knew the people, I knew the families, and I was observing all of this and what they were exposed to, all the physical assets. And I came from my own village that was beautiful. But I'm going to share something with you, and I don't know what this means. Start paying attention to your dreams, because it's not always exactly as I'm describing it. Like, this was a fire in the distance. We were dealing with some issues, like earthquake type of issues, and we were just trying to, create a stable environment and try and figure out how to deal with all of this. But in the distance, there was smoke coming. I said, that's not fog, that's smoke. I said, something's on fire in the distance. And we looked up on the hill, and we could see a huge mansion. By the way, everything in this place was magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful homes, and everybody was abundant and beautiful. And I saw that something was on fire, and we couldn't quite see it, where it was coming from. But I stood behind a wall as these smoke clouds were going by, and I said, I have to get to the next village. We have to get out of here. And I got in my little car, my little sports car, which I actually just got rid of recently. And I went to the next village, to these other mansions with all these different families but everybody was abundant. Everyone had everything you could possibly imagine. But there were still challenges, and they still had a way of thinking that sometimes was limited. There were desserts, and it was magnificent, and huge rooms, and this exists right now for us. All of this does. Yet, we have the challenges, and we don't know how to deal with the abundance that exists right now. I want you to hear this again. We have it right now. We don't know how to deal with it because we are programmed to think differently, and we're addicted to the ego that likes controversy. So this perfect world of total abundance, where everything has everything they want, and the different mansions different families get to play out their own thing, neither right nor wrong, and that family's this way and that family's this way, and they all had their own little reunions, still had stuff going on that was crazy. We had people driving. There was a garage of every sports car, beautiful car you can imagine. People just getting in the cars and driving them and crashing them, and just weird stuff. And I thought, why is this going on? This is everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. Everything. You are perfect. Everything else is illusion. And you are all things. That means you get to create anything you want. That means you get to create a reality that challenges you, because for whatever reason we came to experience that. You want to crash a car, or have the fire, or have an earthquake? we'd be bored out of our brains if we sat in the mansion eating bonbons. You'd say, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, you would. Have you ever been in that situation where everything's amazing? It's like, okay, I'm bored. Hey, listen, I'm looking at the Gulf right now. I live right on the Gulf. We've got bays here. We've got palm trees. It's 80 degrees. It's perfect. It's perfect. And I say to my neighbors, here we go. Another day in paradise. Why am I doing all of this? Because there's something greater that you know you should be doing. Because you're not here to try and create paradise or live it. We want the fire and the earthquake and the crashing cars. We love the test. We like to create the tests. You ordered the test. So what we all ordered as humans in the ego state of challenges, here to experience challenges, is a coming event because we are, as a collective on, so when I say collective is endless, it's unlimited. I'm talking about the collective on planet Earth in a game. So my father has many mansions. We're collective in this mansion. So there are people in the penthouse experiencing a completely different reality than you are. And you may be down here or here or here or here. You can go anywhere you want. You can go in the penthouse. It's open to everybody, but you have to be on the frequency to do that. So what's going to happen is the more people that are going into this open space, and I told you what's happening right now, poking holes in the limitations. The new matrix, the higher game program is boom. It's active right now. Why? Because there's no limits. There's nothing faster than the speed of light. What a crock. Whoever came up with, what scientists ever said there was a limit to anything? Okay, we can't go faster than the speed of light, so alien craft can't get it. They're not traveling with speed. They're going through dimensions and wormholes and whatever else we can't even comprehend. And this is what's happening right now, is we're recognizing that we don't have those answers. So what's happening is gateways and portals and our reality is being shattered. Purposely, this is the game. This is what we came here for. So whatever you're experiencing now, you can change it. You can change it because you're not attached to it anymore. So you guys that are entrepreneurs, planet conscious businesses, you don't have to be spiritual, just come on over. You want to do good things and earn money at the same time? We're creating real business people. All right? So I have them go through a mindset. Before we launch their businesses, they go through a mindset training. I said, you have patterns. And they may have been self-sabotage. Money is evil. I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. All these rules, the programming is very heavy. It's dense. And I have them go through and recognize a pattern. Everybody's a pattern. Your whole life, take a look at your life. There's a pattern. Illnesses, blame, unhappiness. A lot of people, I see that they go through these challenges and horrific things, and they never let them go. They look at it as some burden they bring with them, and so it is. So we're letting go and realizing that isn't really who I am. It just was an experience. We are not the final, let's just say destination, because there isn't one. We're the moments in the journey. And right now is a moment for you. What do you want to do with it? Because that thought's creating right now. And now, and now, and now. And if you question it, that creates. And it doesn't judge. The quantum field just is. It just creates. It's just you creating. And evil and darkness is all just creation. It's just an experience, neither judged, good nor bad. Why? Only humans do that, because we separate ourselves from that. So what you're going to do right now is get ready. So I talked about unplugging. That means if there is a system out there that is abusing you, it could be medical, it could be financial, anything. For me, it was financial. I was like, you're doing all the right things and you're not getting rewarded. There's no bonus for that. And I realized I'm going to unplug from that which is not working equally, much less in my favor. It's not working equally, right? Unplug. And it will be uncomfortable because if you step out of the system, we're not talking about not, paying your bills or, or our government or whatever. We have some rules here. But if there are things going on and you realize that you're being taken advantage of, is it work? Is it your health? Is it your family? Is it anything? Relationships? There has to be a nice balance here. And if that's not happening, only you are in control of that. So the big event is going to change the paradigm. It's going to change us with our abilities, what we know we're capable of, and our whole concept of who and what we are and what we can do. And that's threatening to the lower densities who are rooted in the material world, know that power, but don't want you to know that power. Okay? I was training today and I said, it's like all these beliefs, like money is evil. I said, how you earn and how you spend is what determines the frequency of money. It has nothing, there's nothing. So I said, who wrote the words that money was evil? Well, humans wrote the Bible, right? And so somebody on the call said, the real interpretation was how you earn. How you spend determines whether it's evil or not. So, what are you listening to that's keeping you in limitations, that's keeping you holding back, that's keeping you in fear of the future because you don't think you're creating it? You're creating it. You are creating it. Right now, whatever you're thinking, you're creating it. And it affects me, but you cannot override my free will. Nothing you do can, because I'm eternal, as are you. This is not who I am. This is an expression of that is also a part of you. So we must solve the challenges of the game as a community, because when we try to do it separately, because I'm going to take sides and you're going to take sides, then we are still in density because there's nothing separate. So when we come together as a community, we celebrate the diversity, the opinions. We realize that yours is as valid as mine. We are at a precipice now, and something's coming, and it is global. And if you participate in this, it will be one of the most transformative epiphanies, events you never imagined you would participate in. And all of a sudden, your world that you thought was this way will shatter, and the doors and the windows will all open, and all of a sudden you realize there are no rules. There is no one way, one truth. There just is ultimate love and perfection. And from there, it allows everything else to create what it chooses, thus darkness or whatever. And it loves that no matter what. This, that is all things, loves that equally. When you go into that space, I'm not saying this can be easy. You'll let go of the rules that you've been told are in place out there. So get ready. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think it's going to be so big that we're going to realize we can't see anything the same way ever again. I want to warn you guys of the distractions. I love News Nation, I love Ross Coulthart, but I have to tell you, it's constantly about this disclosure and a new whistleblower. I don't care what our government says about UFOs or UAPs or whatever new name they come up. You know what? I don't care about these whistleblowers' stories. If they're still connected to the government or they were there, there's something else going on. I'm not listening. I don't need them to tell me. And this is the new level we're going to. We're all like, what are you going to say? What are they saying? What are they... Who cares? What are you doing right now? I do love Jake Barber because he doesn't listen to that. He's just going out there and he's testing and showing things and, you know, using technology and saying, this is what's going on. It's pretty cool. And showing us that this is, but now I have seen that they're like getting peer reviews. I said, well, come on, you peer review? Who needs to review you? We're advanced. Go into the advanced. Anybody else, I don't care, scientists, PhDs, I don't care, will never understand because they have been trained to a certain way of thinking and beliefs, and you're never going to get them out of that. You don't need to. We have no limits. You are everything you ever want to be. You can do anything. You can pass through walls if you want to. Do you need to? No. Let's function here as humans and do our job. Get ready. But start envisioning that completely new person that has no fears and limitations that you already are, and step into it. Get ready. We're going to talk more about this, and if I get some more insights, if I get anything a little bit more concrete about what it could be, I'll share with you. However, here's the beauty of the future. No one can actually know it because it's malleable, it's flexible, because you and I are creating it right now. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. If you're entrepreneurial, you want to start a Planet Conscious online business, you know Pepperdine University recognized me as a finalist for one of the most fundable companies 2025. I think the sustainability, teaching people how to be real business owners online, none of this chasing silly stuff. Taking it seriously, but making a positive impact on the planet, it's being recognized. Beautiful sign, isn't it? It's a beautiful indication that we're going in a beautiful direction. Up. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Namaste.